What's up guys, it's Chris and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about how to save money on fuel or how to use less fuel while you're driving. For those new tuning in that don't quite know me, I do Uber Eats driving and DoorDash delivery driving, so I'm directly impacted currently by this fuel crisis that's occurring. The price of fuel just keeps going up and up and up, and it seems like there's no end in sight. So what I thought I'd do is I put together 10 tips on how to save money directly at the Bowser or to change your driving habits to save more fuel in the long run. Without further ado, let's jump into tip number 1. Apps and websites.
Yeah, right, have a go at this. BP, $2.13. And then 2 rows over, BP, $2.26. Nah, something's not right there. Someone's having a go.
We live in an age where we can find information at the tip of our fingers. There's websites and apps out there that let you search around your area to find the cheapest fuel available. You can see and compare all of the different stations around you to see who's got the cheapest gas, who's got the most expensive gas. That way you can make an educated decision of which one to go to. An example of one of these free services would be petrolspy.com.au in Australia. Simply jump on the website, let them know where you live, and you'll be able to see every petrol station in a radius around you and make a decision of where to shop from there. On top of finding the cheapest fuel directly for sale, you can amplify your discounts by going and using apps or shopping dockets for that specific petrol station. If 7-Eleven's the lowest it's been in a while, you can use the 7-Eleven app to lock in the fuel price when you attend that shop. Or by checking the back of your shopping dockets from Woolworths or Coles, you might be able to use them dockets at a certain petrol station that's got the lowest price on that day. So by shopping around and using the discounts available that you can find shopping dockets and apps, you can maximize your savings directly at the Bowser.
Can't all these fellas running these petrol stations get together like the good old days, work out a good price for the consumers and fix it in? It all costs too much right now, so someone's taking the piss.
The way you drive. The way you drive your vehicle has a huge impact on how much fuel you use. The accelerator is not a calf building exercise. It's not the gym, so go easy on it. Jackrabbit starts and hard braking have been shown in a study to increase your fuel usage by up to 40% while only getting you to the destination 4% faster. It's a pretty poor efficiency for a trade-off. By slowly accelerating your car and slowly using the brakes as you come to a stop, what you'll do is you'll save fuel, which means there's going to be more time before you need to get back to the Bowser, which is going to save you money. Just remember, you're driving for efficiency to save on fuel. You're not driving for performance.
Mate, you cannot be telling me how I can or cannot be driving my car. It's my accelerator, my carbs, my exercises!
Check your tyres. An RAC report found that by keeping your tyres fully pumped up to manufacturing standards, of course, you can increase your fuel efficiency by 2%. An underinflation of the tyre by just 10% will lead to a 2% inefficiency on the fuel consumption of your car. If it's more than 10%, it starts to scale from there. By keeping your tyres pumped up, you can save a few extra dollars in your pocket.
Seymour, get out and change the tires.
I don't have 4 spares, Mother.
You don't have 4 anything.
Air conditioning. Your air conditioning can increase your fuel consumption by up to 10%. In inverse to air conditioning though, driving at 100 kilometers per hour or 60 miles per hour or greater with your windows down is going to create an extra drag on your vehicle, which could use up to an extra 20% of your fuel. A rule of thumb is at high speeds, keep your windows up and use the air conditioning. At low speeds, have the air conditioning off where possible and have the windows down. The optimal situation is to have the windows up and the air conditioning off, but we know it's not always optimum to have that happening. So where you can't do that, or otherwise optimize your driving climate by using the windows or the air conditioning depending on the speed that you're going. Be smart about it.
Boy, this AC is incredible. I better turn on the heater too.
Plan your trips. If you have multiple things you need to do, try plan them in as few trips as possible. As an absolute extreme, if you need to get some milk, get some butter, get some bread, it makes no sense to drive out from home, get the milk, drive back home, then drive out and get the bread, and then drive back home, then drive out and get the butter and drive back home. The best way to do it would be to do all 3 of them things in the one hit. If you've got a few different stops around town to do, try to do them all in one trip around. Reduce your drives back home or wherever you need to go for a base point. The less trips you do, the more fuel you'll save. If you have a common routine of a few stops you need to do, a good way to approach this would be punch them addresses into Google Maps. In Google Maps, you can have all your destinations listed out. You can reorganize them around to find the optimum route for the least amount of kilometers or the quickest time, whichever suits you best. But generally, we'll be looking for least amount of kilometers for least fuel used. Unless you're driving into gridlock traffic, then you can reorganize your route around that. So plan your trips and use the technology available and you'll be able to shave off a couple of kilometres, if not a dozen kilometres or more each week. Failing to plan is planning to fail.
The routes are treacherous, so use your maps.
I lost my map.
You haven't been issued a map yet.
Minimise idling. Idling for modern cars can use between 2 to 4 litres of fuel per hour. Find opportunities where you don't need to leave your car on. Example would be if you're pulling up to a KFC and there's 30 cars ahead of you in the drive-thru. Maybe instead of sitting in that drive-through queue, you could pull your car up and park and just go into the restaurant. It's going to save you 10-15 minutes of fuel. Or if you're parked up at the school zone to pick up the kids and you're waiting for 15 minutes, do you need to have your car on for that 15 minutes, or would you be happy to sit there with your car off? If it's 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week in the school zone, and a conservative rate of $2 at fuel at the Bowser right now, and a conservative rate of 2 litres per hour, that's $20 of fuel a month being burnt, just to sit there and do nothing. Just turn the car off where possible and avoid idling, and it's going to add up in the long run.
No, I'm not going to turn my car off in the school zone. I don't want the other mums to think I'm a pobbo.
Choose the lowest octane available. If your car isn't spec'd to specifically use premium fuel, and you can get away with using just standard unleaded, then do it. Why pay more for the fuel? You're not driving it for performance. You're not Michael Schumacher trying to get every bit of engine efficiency out of your vehicle. Just trying to get by through the week, get from point A to B and be as efficient as possible. Do it, of course, to your engine specs. If your engine needs 95 octane, use 95 octane. But if your engine only requires 95 octane, don't use 98 octane. It's going to save you a few cents. If your car doesn't need premium, don't use premium, dude.
Hey, that smells like regular. She needs premium, dude. Premium!
Driving app incentives. So a few of the driving apps for delivery drivers have got incentives built into them, such as Uber Eats Pro. I can get anywhere from 6 to 12 cents off fuel from Ampol petrol stations, depending how much I drive for the platform. I think DoorDash in America does a 2% cashback through the Dash card. If anyone's driving for Deliveroo or Menulog or any other platforms and are getting fuel incentives, leave it below in the comments so we can all see. By using these available to us on a good day when the fuel's down slightly lower, we can fill up and maximize our savings.
Hello, I like money.
Insurance company rewards. Check your insurance company because many of the insurance companies have got rewards programs. Some of these rewards are incentives off at the Bowser. An example is RACQ. You get 4 cents off per litre at Pima petrol stations, or alternatively you can buy gift cards at a 3% discount for Woolworths Caltex, which is a 3% discount at the Bowser. Some insurance companies don't have it, some do, so it's worth to check with your insurer just to see if you do have a reward or a program there that you can take advantage of.
Holy crap!
Lucky you're with Amy.
Credit card awards. So many award style credit cards will actually give you points that you can redeem in for gift cards or just straight cash out. Now, these gift cards or these cash outs, you can use them at the Bowser to save some money on fuel instead of spending it out of your own pocket. So these gift cards or the straight cash out, you can spend at the petrol station so you're not paying for the fuel out of your own back pocket. If it's available, why not use it?
Oh, I should really cash in my awards points on the $250 fuel card. But I really want that Prevail toaster. Oh, I just don't know what to do. It's so hard.
Anyway, you legends, if you got some value out of this video or you learn a few things along the way, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button down below. Till next time, guys, take it easy, drive safe, and peace out.